Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning back in. Today is Wednesday, November 27th, 2024. And we are going to begin like we have been lately and create a starting foundation. So let's heat up some wax and pour some mold. I'm gonna put my glove on, protect them little fingers. Them fingers are dang near here healed up, so let's keep it that way. Keep that stuff is pretty painful. Been healing my fingers for 2 weeks from this stuff. Definitely a learning process, keeping your gloves on and keeping away from that hot wax. Keep them naked fingers covered up. All right, here we go. Let's melt some wax. Here we go. Ooh, doggies, look at that. Nice and creamy. I'm just gonna fill it up to the top right there, so. All right. Looks pretty good right there. I like that. I think this is gonna work out well. Today we're gonna build a opal ring, what I'm gonna call the opal ring. And there's our foundation, our beginning foundation. Well, sometimes our imagination and reality just become two different things. We definitely have a foundation, a beginning foundation here to start with, but it just wasn't what I envisioned in my mind. We still have some wax buildup to do. I got my temperature turned up on my soldering iron so that it'll start flowing fairly quickly. So let's get started on building this ring up and begin the process. Here we go. Y'all hang out a minute and see what we come up with. Oh yeah, that wax is flowing nice and smooth already. Getting that stuff built up nice. We'll get this thing rolling and get it underway. So today I unboxed my rolling mill that I purchased, and in a very short time, hopefully sometime next week, we will begin being able to work with metal. Start soldering up some cool rings, because I'm definitely into the building part of a ring. I think I'm going to enjoy I enjoy this wax process, the building up and I'm not a great carver. I wouldn't even consider myself a carver at all. What I enjoy is the building part, adding pieces and just creating in that way. So that's where I really think the metal is going to come in very nice for me. I think I'm going to really enjoy the metal side because I can definitely add pieces to it and make it pretty unique in my own way. Where this wax, I just don't know how to manipulate as well. And with the metal, I'm a little more familiar with the metal side from my background, my experience in my old trade. So I feel like the metal side will be much more up my style. So all I can say is tune in and let's find out. Let's take this journey together. No sense in doing things alone. And I turn on the camera every day. I try to turn this camera on every day. I'm gonna treat it like a business because it is my new business. And I'm gonna try to not only become a better jeweler. See, I'm glad I had my glove on right there because I just touched my dang pinky, missed that wax ball. See, I'd have done burnt the fire out that finger, I kept him covered up. But not only am I going to try to become a better jeweler on a daily basis, I try to become a better version of myself on a daily basis. I'll be working on my YouTube, trying to become a better YouTuber, produce better quality videos, and just become the greatest version of myself possible, day after day. So y'all tune in, like, comment, subscribe. If you like my content, you could always buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. I'd appreciate it. It would help purchase materials for the next project. Yeah, so y'all hang out a few minutes. Let me get this ring built up, and I'll get right back with you, and we'll move on to the next step. Thank you again. All right, we just finished up getting us our foundation started. I think we got us a nice starting point here. I'm definitely becoming more efficient at wax building, a lot more quicker at the process than I was 2 weeks ago when I began this journey. So let's begin shaping this thing, get our inside all nice and sized with no divots. This is my main focus right now, is not just trying to build the best ring by shape and form, but I'm also really focusing on quality with no divots, smooth as glass, nicely filed and sanded. This is really what I'm focused on, so that this will transition over into my metal side in the near future. So hang out a minute, guys, and let me get some files out, and we'll begin working and getting toward the end result. All right, guys, here we go. I really enjoy working off this yellow fiber cloth. Not only does it help me clean the mess up a lot quicker than I did once before, with getting all the wax shavings on my desk and having to use the brush and sweep it into the little bucket. The process now is just so much more simpler, a lot more cleaner, as well as I'm able to find my little bitty blue pieces, because this blue wax, it just blends in so well with this dark desk, and for me it's just very hard to see. So this little yellow fiber cloth really helps me see my work a little better, as well as keeping my workstation clean. Alrighty, we got both sides filed down, and as you can see, there's no divots. I mean, we do have a divot here, but I still need to take out the centerpiece and get our inside diameter nice and clean and smoothed up, and we'll begin working on the outside. Today the process has gone a lot smoother than previous days, and I'm really pleased with the beginning stages of this ring. So y'all hang out a minute and let's get started on taking the center out and working on the inside diameter. Here we go. What I do is take my soldering iron and I just poke me a few holes right through the center, so I'm able to get my file in there and begin shaping my inside. It's just the process I use. There's probably an easier way, but for now this is what I know. See, here we go. Got the center of it knocked out. I'm gonna get my round file and we're gonna go to town on this thing. We'll fill in our divots on the inside, get it nice, smooth, and sized up to probably an 8. This will be a size 8 ring when I get done. I like size 8 fits a couple of my fingers, and that's just kind of, for now, that is what I use as a beginning template. Alrighty, hang out just a minute. Let me square this thing up, and I'll be right back with you. And as you can see, as I got the inside nice and cleaned up there a little bit and not completely finished yet, still got to sand it, but it has, by filing it, has kind of caused it to come out of balance there. So I have learned a very simple way just to fill that up and make that whole again. And that's what I'm gonna do at this time right now. I'm gonna put my little finger protectors on, and I'm going to fix them imperfections, get the divots out of it, re-sand it down, and begin working on the top. The more I work on this stuff on a daily, I just continue to get better, which is what we're all supposed to do anyway, become better versions of ourselves on a daily basis, continue learning and just trying to enjoy this wonderful life we get to live. And I'm very blessed to get to be able to learn a new hobby and get to try to share it with the world, become better at it, and maybe even someday sell this stuff. That is the goal. This is my second business venture, and my first business, I was in the trade for 28 years. I was in business for 13 years. So I'm definitely business oriented, have an understanding of business. And I am treating this like a business, so in time it'll definitely get better. I'll become better at this stuff and become a better YouTuber, so I'm able to share better content with you guys. I definitely would like some feedback so I know where to improve, because I am definitely not no actor. I'm definitely just a normal old redneck that's getting a little older in age. And this jewelry process has taught me to slow down. Where I come from a trade where it's just a rat race, where you're constantly running as hard as you possibly can. And I've been retired now for 2.5 years, which was a forced retirement, but nonetheless, it has been 2.5 years, and I am retired at a fairly young age. And I was fortunate enough to run across a couple of videos that inspired me to begin making jewelry. And I mean, I am just completely full of passion about it and love it, and have decided to take the business approach to it and just become great at it. Like I try to become great at everything, as probably y'all as well do in your crafts and whatever you're into. Well, thanks for hanging out for a minute, and I'm going to get this thing sanded down, get it squared up, get the divots out of it, and I'll be right back with you. We're going to take our 600 grit sandpaper here, get the inside nice and smooth. The sides of the ring are divot free, nice and smooth. I'll show you in just a minute. Let me get the inside here squared away. And we'll begin working on the top side, get it rounded and get the comfort fit real nice. And begin putting our wax opal on top. Like I said, we're going to call this the opal ring. And for now, it's just pretend opals and pretend jewels, but it's not going to be much longer. In the next however many weeks, we will begin putting zirconia settings in jewelry that's made. I'm going to begin making pendants. Earrings. We're going to do the whole thing. This is going to be a one-stop shop. And maybe even get into some... We're going to get into some all kinds of stuff. That's what we're going to get into. That's what I do best. I get into all kinds of stuff. From when I was a kid, getting into cookie jars. We're going to get into a little bit of everything. Little cookie jars. We're going to get into everything. Whatever we're able to do, whatever the demands or whatever demands are required, we will attempt to meet them demands. If my skill level is able, woo, look at that. We're getting, that's nice right there. So the sides are divot free. Let me see if I can get you a close up with some light on it so you can see. Divot free. Divot free. Inside is nice. We're going to put some contour on it here shortly. But next step is rounding the top off, getting some form to it and some shape, some roundness, some comfort. And begin putting our opal on it. So here we go. We're going to take this little easier of a file. This one here rips off so much material at once. I don't want to do too much ripping of material off at this time. So let's just take our time and enjoy the process. I'm trying to give it a 30 to 40 degree angle so that we're able to get toward the middle of the ring and begin rounding it off. I'll flip the ring over and do it again so we have a nice contour to the ring so it's nice comfort fitting and not feeling bulky. So like I said, I'm at a 30 to 40 degree angle there. Maybe in the future I may need to go more, but for now it's just a learning process and just trying to become better at this craft in all aspects of it. Here we go. Y'all hang out and I'll be right back. All right, we're starting to whip this thing into some pretty nice shape. We're going to take what I call the little dagger file, which is one of my favorite little files that I have found at this time for removing all these little file marks and kind of fine tuning the sides and really trying to get it in nice balance, nice uniform. I'm definitely getting a lot better at it, but it's just going to take time to learn this craft, and I got plenty of time. I got plenty to talk about. And if I can help inspire just a few of you, I'll be more than happy. And if I can gain many customers and many subscribers, I'd even be more grateful than ever. And I'm looking forward to I'm looking for a 3 to 5 year plan. I'm in no rush. I'm going to enjoy the process. Like I said, I have plenty to talk about. And I got nothing better to do to sit right here, turn this camera on, and talk some whatever I talk. And if you enjoy it, thank you. If you want to give me some ideas to talk about, heck, I'd be more than happy to oblige you. I'm educated in quite a few different subjects. I have a huge imagination. Whether some believe it's sci-fi or not, there's some ideas and thoughts that I have that are actually proven, that there are receipts for these ideas. Receipts meaning proof. The world is really beginning to change. There's a lot of truth really beginning to be revealed. And it's just so amazing and so great of a time to be alive. And I'm just thankful to be here. And am just going to enjoy this process of becoming the greatest version of myself day after day. Woo! See how I'm beginning to put that into nice form right there where it's kind of equal. That's really what I'm kind of focusing on right now. Trying to just become better craftsman. You know, just gaining them XP points, so to say. That's my main objective at this point. Is just be gaining them XP points. Learning secrets. And the only way to do that is not by watching videos, but actually getting your hands on it and getting your hands dirty, none to say. What I'm trying to say, just get your hands on it and get to operating and teach them hands how to manipulate the wax and the metal, whatever it is that you are working on. You got to teach them hands. You can't just watch stuff and learn. You got to get your hands on it and get them dirty. Whoa, well that thing is getting, it's nice and comfortable. That's one of my main things is comfort, quality. Something, I'm gonna build things that are gonna last you guys a long time and gonna be proud to wear, and they're gonna be full of energy, full of love, full of joy. They're gonna be full of high vibrations. I want to create pieces you guys are going to love and want to pass down to your family, because they are going to come very vibrational, full of good energy. Connect with a bunch of you folks and spread some good energy amongst each other and connect like the universe wants us to all connect. And whether you want to connect or not, the truth of the matter is we're all connected as one anyway, to tell you the truth, and there are receipts to prove that. That's right, Luna, you tell them. She just agreed with me. You heard her? Let me go let my dog Luna in, and I'll be right back with you. Chew it out. Good girl, ready? Catch. Good girl. Ready? Whew. Good catch. Okay, fly ball. Here we go. Ready? Catch. Good girl. Sit. Sit. Ready? Shake. Shake. High five. Good girl. Come on. Alrighty, I'm really getting this thing nicely and whipped into shape right there. You can see I'm really concentrating on thinning this little side right here where it's nice and uniform and square. That's really what I'm concentrating at this time. Taking a little material off the top. As you can see on the other side, we're getting very close and it's looking fairly uniform. So I'm just going to sit here and take my time and take a little material at a time off and fine tune this little masterpiece. I'm just going real lightly, just shaving it off with this little, what I call a dagger. It's half round on one side and flat on the other, which gives me some sharp edges on the side just to nicely slide across the material and just take little pieces of wax at a time off. I think what I'm going to do is try to bring it to a very fine point on the edges from the inside to the outside diameter and just make it a real nice thin little layer, just so I'm just gaining XP points. That's all this is about for me right at this moment. I'm not trying to sell nothing at this time. Just gaining XP points so that in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe my quality will be high enough where you guys would want some of this stuff. That is the idea. That is my goal, like I had said before. So in the meantime, I'm going to continue turning this camera on, having conversations with myself. And hopefully someday you all will begin tuning in and help me become a better YouTuber by leaving some comments, giving me some ideas of how to make my channel better, make my quality better of these rings. I need all the help I can get because this is a whole new side of things that I've never dealt with as far as these kind of craftings, these materials. But coming from the trade I came from, some things are going to fall into place fairly quickly. And quality was, along with pleasing the customers. Not always that the customer was always right, but just trying to make the right decision for each project for the customer to be satisfied customer. Now, what I did learn in business is that no matter what you do, you cannot please everyone. Because some of y'all are just, some of us, I'm not just going to say y'all, some of my customers that I had, that I just ended up telling them to call somebody else because they're just unpleasable. There's some folks out in this world that are just unpleasable no matter what you do. Giving them their money back, they're still not going to be satisfied. Doing the job for free is not going to satisfy them. They're still going to have something to say. So I tried everything in business. I learned a lot about people. I learned how to communicate with people through business. My father taught me everything I needed to know about the trade as far as work-wise, but one thing he couldn't teach, one thing that's unteachable, is how to communicate with public. It's just a learning process. I mean, you can go to school and learn about it, but until you get out and feel the emotions of somebody being bad toward you, until you can feel the emotions of the situation and learn how to deal with not only the emotion, but the circumstances at hand, You just can't gain the knowledge through a book or watching videos. You have to get your hands dirty, so to say, is all I'm trying to say. You have to get your hands dirty. Get in there and get some practice. And it's just about becoming a better version of yourself on a daily basis. And right now, I am really becoming a better version of quality on this 14th ring that I'm producing. I mean, the edges of this are so nice. And if I were to cast this into metal, the metal work that I would have to do would be very minimal at this point. Now, when we go to put this opal on, we may turn it into and it look like who done it. Like, who done it? I'm gonna tell you who done it. In fact, I done it. But look at this uniform. Look at the unity. Look at the just so close to the edges right there, looking very nice and symmetrical. Just, if that's the right word, symmetrical. But what I'm trying to say is it's just so nice and everything is just almost perfect. Not that I'm perfect at this craft yet by far, but I have definitely improved. I mean, just look at the roundness of it. All the file marks are clean. The comfort level's real nice. It's still a little thick on top, that's for sure. So I may sit here and work it a little bit more and bring the top down, because as far as comfort, it's a little bulky. It would be on my finger, which I don't mind a bulky ring. As a man, I like it bulky, but I think I just need to take the top down just a little bit, and I'll be right back with you. Hang out. All right, I'm continuing taking the material from the top, really thinning this ring out where it's very nice and comfortable. We're definitely getting there. We're very, I think the right word is symmetrical, very unified, very clean, where it comes down to a point and just very nice on the edges right here where there's no seam. I really like that. And I'm really pleased at this point with the craftsmanship, how this ring has came along. I'm going to get a little more symmetrical, if that's the right word, on this side to match this side. I'm going to continue taking material from the top and thin this ring out where it's nice and comfortable. So hang out just a minute and let's continue on. This is a slow process, which I am enjoying the process of this slow process. And I hope you are as well. And if you like what I'm producing, like, comment, let me know I'm doing the right thing. Or if you'd like to see something different, like me talking too dang much, let me know I'm talking too much. I am a talker. I'm very talkative. I have high charisma. I don't know if that's able to come across through the videos or not. And that's just where I need to become a better producer, a better editor, a better YouTuber to show my charisma, showing my high vibrations, my care for the people. But without your comments, I'm just unable to know if I'm doing the right thing. So until I get some analytics and some feedback, I'm just going to continue what I do. Turn this camera on, talk to you people. And if you like it, cool. And if you don't, cool. But just know one thing is that on a daily basis, I will become a better version of myself in every aspect possible. And I do appreciate y'all tuning in. Those of you that enjoy it, thank you. Those of you that don't, thank you as well. For I know we are all connected. We are all connected as one. Through this universe, we are connected. All things are connected. And I just want to have connection with each and every one of you and have a relationship with all of you. Have some feedback, talk to one another, learn from one another, grow from one another. Because in this one life, we are just unable to learn every possible thing that we want to learn, everything that we desire. It's just impossible to become a master at everything we do. There's just not enough time. And it takes each and every one of us to learn from one another and to grow and just become the best version of ourselves throughout this lifetime. And enjoying the process, enjoying the community of one another, enjoying one another in all aspects. That's what I'm all about anyway. Some of y'all might not be on the same page. Some of y'all might be at a higher level than I am. And some of you might not even know what I'm talking about. And that's fine too. But just know that the earth is, just everything is on a vibration, a frequency. And whatever frequency you're vibrating at, just try to be on the higher frequencies, the higher vibrations of love, joy, happiness, excitement. Instead of them lower vibrations of anger, hate, jealousy. Them are such low vibrations to live in. And if a guy could just get on the higher vibrations and see things the way others do at a higher vibrational level, life, your quality of life could be so much greater. All of us. And some of y'all are probably at a higher level than I am. But it just takes all of us to become the best that we possibly can. And you got to get in there and get your hands dirty. If you're interested in it, you got to get in there and get your hands dirty and learn. You can't just watch and learn. You can catch the ideas and kind of see how a person is doing, but until you train your hands, until you train your mind, until you train your emotions to deal with the circumstances at hand, you just ain't going to learn just by watching. All right, guys, I think we're ready to put the top of the opal on. I'm pretty satisfied with that. And I think if this thing were to be casted, there would be very minimal metal work ahead. Everything is nice and uniform, that's not bad right there, and I'm very pleased with that. Now let's see if we can't foul it up by putting this opal on it. But for just a straight band, I would give that a B- for sure. That would definitely be a B-. Alrighty, here's my little opal that I've kind of created right there. I've rounded the edges, making it more elongated type. And what I would really like to do is, and I just don't think I have the skill level on this wax, would be to raise the opal up off of the ring by having a bezel set on the bottom of it. But I believe I would really make this ring look like who done it. And being I ain't no snitch, I sure ain't gonna tell you who done it. But I'd really like to be able to raise that ring up, that opal off of that ring with some sort of bezel where there's light through it and make it real cool and pretty. But I'm just afraid I'm not going to have the skill level with the wax to make that happen. So in order to keep this looking as nice as possible, I think we'll just mount it straight up and down just like that and call it good. We've gained some wonderful XP points on this ring, and I'm very pleased at this point. Let's see if we can continue the trend. Here we go. Let's mount this thing up there. Let's tack it on. Oh yeah, we're tacked on there nice. Let's get this other side tacked on and we'll weld that bad boy up. In fact, I don't even think I'm gonna do no welding. I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible, I think we'll just leave that tacked on there like that so we don't goober it up and make it look like who done it. Get the insides here so that quality, so this thing will last. Even in a wax state, won't be easily broken. Get this thing nice and bonded to one another. Get the two pieces bonded to one another. I may do a little adding of wax just to, I'm gonna add some wax to where I just tack them together so that there's no divots in this thing, and I'm gonna clean it up, show it off, and see what y'all think. Let me add a little wax here. Nice. Don't want to goober this thing up. It looks so nice. This is, every day I continue saying the same thing, but it's just the truth, is that this ring is so much nicer than yesterday's ring. Just the quality and craftsmanship has just improved by so much. And I'm just thankful that I have the time to do this on a daily basis so that I'm able to maybe share this with all of you all someday. This is amazing. All right, that's all the wax I'm going to add to it. I don't want to goober it up too much. I'm going to clean this thing up, give you my final thoughts, and hopefully you'll leave some comments and give me your thoughts as well. I tell you what I'm going to have to do, because I can already see it. I'm going to need to, I don't know if you're able to see that or not, but right here on this side, there's not as much wax underneath it as it is this side, and it's kind of out of uniform, so I'm going to add a little wax on this right side, file it all down, make it nice and smooth, and I'll be right back with you to show you the results. Hang out just a minute and I'll be right back with you. I am really pleased with this ring. I haven't goobered it up like all the other rings I've goobered up. I'm really satisfied with the quality of this ring. I need to add just a little bit of wax into there to match the other side. Keep this thing off them precious little fingers, being naked fingers at that, because they're just now beginning to heal up from the past 2 weeks of abuse of this hot wax and hot soldering iron. I mean, I have abused my fingers, but they are so close to healing up, and I sure don't want to get in a rush at this point and have to have another 2 weeks of torn up fingers. That's definitely been a learning process. I've almost got all my skin back on that one right there. That one's still healing up. That one right there, still healing. That one there, that one's almost got all my skin back on that one. This one right here, that one is dang. That was my first one right there. That was my first one right there, and whoo, that was a good one right there now. It was almost healed up as well. And I'll have all my little ligaments back, were operational 100%. All my little all my little fat fingers. My little tentacles, my little fat tentacles. All right, let's clean this up. That's enough horseplay. But not really. I'm very playful. I'm young-hearted. I have a lot of joy inside, and I'd hope that it can pass down to you guys and you get some great entertainment out of this. and some great value. I hope I can provide great entertainment and some great value for you guys. That's the idea. That's what I'm here to do. I was a class clown. I was a clown here in town. Even in business, I was just a joyful, fun-loving, fun guy. A lot of people didn't understand me. Most people didn't understand me. They didn't understand how, I mean, who knows what they even thought, honestly. And to tell you the honest truth, it didn't matter to me what they thought of me. I had a great customer base through my business. Most of my customers were repeat customers. Most of my business was a repeat customer business. Kind of like hopefully this will turn into someday. So I'm gonna get off here and concentrate on finishing this ring off with quality and craftsmanship. I don't think it's going to be goobered up I think it's going to be a very, very nice ring when I'm done. So give me 4 or 5 minutes and I'll be right back with you. Hang tight. Don't go nowhere. In fact, while I'm away, just leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, give it a like and a share. Help me spread this channel. Help me spread this joy, this love, this happiness, this connectedness. And let's throw out these balls of energy, these huge balls of positive energy together. Together. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, we're just finishing up here. I had to add some wax to the sides to bring the sides to where they're even. Because I didn't want it to be lopsided. I didn't want to put all this effort into this ring just to goober it up at the very end. So I wanted it to be as symmetrical as possible, much in balance as possible for my skill level. And I've almost got this one to my skill level, as perfect as it could possibly be. Getting out all the little divots so that if this thing were to be casted, there would be very, very minimal metal work. And to me, that's just gaining XP points. That's all this is gaining them XP points. No need in rushing at this point. I got this side right here to do. I had to raise this side up right here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to really shed the light on it for you guys so you're able to see, but I had to raise this side up to make it even with this side. Just trying to keep it in balance, that's all. So as soon as I grind this down and file it away, this ring should be a ready to cast project if it was ready to cast, if I was going to cast it. But this is by far my best ring up since I've started the last 2.5 weeks. It's been 2.5 weeks already. My, how time flies when you're having fun. And I'm having a good time. What about you guys? How y'all doing today? Y'all been having a good time? Life treating you good? Sometimes life can sure throw us curveballs, that's for sure. Who would have ever thought I'd have been making jewelry 3 years ago? Looking forward from 3 years ago, this would have been the last thought on my dang mind, I guarantee you that. But I am very thankful that this has come into my life. I love this stuff. I am so much enjoying the process of learning how to create jewelry. Loving it. Loving every minute of it. Nah, 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 nah. Loving every minute of it. Nah, nah. Love this stuff. There it is, guys and girls. Ooh, there's a little rough spot right there. I didn't see that. How I missed that? Need to file that down right quick. Little high spot right there. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice. Give it its final touches, and we'll close this video and send y'all on to the next one. And if you're still tuned in, thank you very much for staying this long. We'll have another one tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. My family will be in, so we'll see y'all on Friday. How about that? See y'all on Friday. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Those of you that are getting to enjoy your family, enjoy every moment you are able to, because time is short on this earth and family is very, very important. Although some families, anyway, we're not going to get into that. Try to enjoy your family, try to enjoy your friends, because life is short on this earth. And there you go. My greatest creation up to this time as far as jewelry. That by far is my best ring so far in the past 2.5 weeks. The opal ring. And like always, I'm sending out a huge energy ball. Huge energy ball. Full of love. Full of joy. And full of connectedness. Coming at you. Yeah. Absorb that, guys. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.